Oh, the cans, the assault cans. This is pretty funny. Youngstown, Florida, of course it's Florida. A trio of quick-thinking veteran law enforcement officers expertly subdued a hammer-wielding assailant inside a grocery store on Thursday after one of the officers launched a perfectly aimed can of beans at the attacker's head. The incident began at around 11 a.m. when Justin Stanford, 25 years old, crashed his vehicle near a Rainbow Foods supermarket. He's a Florida man. Then he grabbed a hammer inside and charged into the store where he threatened to shoot and kill those inside. So he crashed his car and then he was just suddenly... Looks like he was mad at the store. Sheriff Ford was on his way to lunch when Deputy Chief Joel Heap and Major Jimmy Stanford, so the fucking brass, dude. The brass was there to subdue him. When frantic citizens began calling, callers said that Stanford, who is not related to Major Stanford, had fired at least one round and that someone inside the store had been shot. The trio responded to the scene and quickly spotted Stanford holding his hammer like a handgun. Stanford then pointed the tool towards the officers before he retreated back into the store. They followed him inside and were soon under attack. There's a video of this. It's pretty rad. Deputy Heap and Sheriff Ford followed Stanford as he took down off an aisle while Major Stanford ran parallel to them to an adjacent aisle. I'm thinking he'll back into me. Maybe I can grab him, said Major Stanford, a 29-year veteran of the department. For whatever reason, when he turned, he got real close and sees me, and my element of surprise is now gone. And there we are, the three of us. Surveillance footage from inside the store shows Major Stanford as he briefly steps backward, then grabs a 16-ounce can of beans from the end of the aisle. He suddenly went crazy again, and when he raised the hammer, Jimmy went on the bean attack, Deputy Heap said. As Major Stanford proceeded around the corner of the display, he winged the beans at the suspect's head. The attacker ducked down after the impact, but Major Stanford wasn't finished yet. He grabbed a second can from the shelf and pelted the stunned assailant yet again. So he hit him with the beans, and then they were able to wrestle him down to the ground. He pegged him twice in the face with a can of beans. So there's Major Stanford right there, right? He's got a can of beans in his hand. It just bounces off the guy's head. You can't see the guy very good. He's down the aisle right here. So you hit him once. Let me rewind it real quick. Watch, he pegs him once in the head. Boop, gets it right in the head with a can of beans. Then he grabs another can. Watch. Boop, gets him again. Oh my God, what a stud. Real question is, did the cop or the department pay for the beans? Right? Major Stanford with the bean attack. Let's look at that one more time. A can of beans is more effective than a taser, says Incognito. You're absolutely correct. Boom, got him once. Got that set. He reloaded and then boom, got him again. Ooh, what if I made a beanie with a can of beans on it and called it a beanie? Why not every officer who has a patrol rifle, why don't you outfit him with a can cannon? See, can cannon right here, $364 retails. Could probably get it cheaper for that if you buy them in bulk. And give every officer who has a patrol rifle one of these with a can of baked beans. We just saw that they're great for less than lethal. Problem solved. Problem stays solved. Rangers lead the way. Can drives move from churches to police stations. Right? We need ammo. Donate your cans. Someone to die for. I'm trying to be an FBI agent, junior in college. Hope I can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Just don't commit crimes of moral turpitude. Or rape anyone. Or sell drugs. You'll be good. Okaloosa County, Florida. Jesus Christ.
Now, she claims the officer used excessive force, but the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office says she was on drugs and disobeying the law. Christina Leavenworth has more, but first, we do want to warn you that the video may be tough to watch.
It's not. It's pretty hysterical to watch, actually. So this is how they started off. They gotta draw you into it, right?
This is video back in April of Morgan Revel being tased. The Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office says she was pulled over for...
And tased she claims was excessive force. We're gonna watch the body cam footage. It's only 2 minutes long. Guys, tell me, you guys already know. Tell me the case law for this. Because, let me explain something to you. If someone says, I know my rights, then there's a 99.9% chance they don't know their rights.
I know my rights, sir. I don't
Yeah. No, you don't.
You were refusing to step out?
I know my rights, sir. I don't have to.
Go ahead and shut your vehicle off.
All right, he says, are you refusing to step out? She says, I know my rights, sir. I don't have to. Wrong. Oh, we all know what case law that is. It's too easy. We need to find some obscure case laws, make some videos on that.
And step out of the vehicle.
No, I don't have to do that. I know my rights. I don't consent. No, thank you.
I'm not asking for consent. I'm asking you to step out.
Sir, I know my rights.
Okay? If you don't, I'll place you under arrest for resisting arrest.
Can I please call my boyfriend and tell him what's going on here?
You are now under arrest.
He asked her nicely, what, 4 or 5 times? She kept saying, I know my rights. I don't have to get out of my car. Well, the Supreme Court says you do have to get out of your car. We've been over this goddamn how many times.
Are you serious? Are you serious? No.
No, he said you're under arrest, and she's going, no, I'm not. I'm not under arrest.
Step out now. You're under arrest.
She's just threatening him. If you hit me with that gun, then it's going to be an amazing body camera footage.
135. Give me another unit.
Please, sir.
You're under arrest. Step out
I
now.
haven't done anything.
Step out.
Sir, I have not done anything wrong but speeding. Stop. Are you kidding me? Brutality! You are hitting
Police brutality. We've heard that one before.
me! This is brutality! Are you
It's not, though.
Are you kidding?
Traffic.
She's still riding it. Purr said, how long is he tasing her? That was a good 15 seconds.
You are beating me, sir! Sir! Help me!
All right, so back to the news video of this. You'll see why she wasn't complying very much. The video circled around social media, and people were really hating on police for this, saying it was police brutality. But listen to this.
For speeding. The officer who pulled her over is a former DUI enforcement officer and asked her to get out of the car because he thought she was in.
So he's a DRE, like a what is it, drug recognition expert. He knows how to tell when people are fucked up. So that's why I wanted her to get out of the car.
Impaired.
He didn't give me a reason to step out, so I wasn't sure why he wanted me to step out.
He never tells her why he is asking her
Doesn't
to get out
matter.
of the car, but Sheriff Larry Ashley says he doesn't have to.
Come on, Larry,
because
tell
it's
him.
an officer safety issue.
If you tell somebody why that is happening, because they're in control of a 2-ton vehicle, the probability or the possibility that that individual may put it in drive and take off is good.
I did not do anything wrong.
You're under arrest. Step out now.
The deputy then places her under arrest for resisting. He warns her several times she will be tased. The sheriff's office says the officer later found heroin and cocaine in her
Oh!
car. And
She had heroin and cocaine in her car. Police brutality.
she admitted to using drugs that day. She is facing drug and DUI charges. She is now clean, but feels her rights were violated that day.
I don't think that he should have handled it that way. I think that he could have given me a reason to step out, possibly, cite the law, let me know,
No.
Hey, you do have to step out of the vehicle, and here's why.
David Hogg got swatted. I haven't even read about this yet. Broward County deputies received a call around 8:30 a.m. on June 5th from someone claiming a person with an AR-15 had broken into the Hogg home and was holding the family hostage. Oh, shit. All right, so he got swatted and nothing happened. He wasn't even home. 10 police impersonators spent years making arrests and fooling first responders. This one just gets wild. I was reading it when I was at the park with John earlier. A group of people posing as police officers spent years fooling firefighters and actual police officers in Genesee County before their arrest. The group of about 10 imposters had been accused of making false arrests of people they accused of committing crimes and fooling emergency responders at crime scenes into believing that they were legitimate law enforcement officers. Hey, thank you for the donation.
Every law-abiding civilian should be given a operational tank such as due to the glory of the second.
An operational tank? Yes, everyone should own an operational tank along with an A-10 Warthog. So, hold on. What do you see what their name was? The name of the imposters that did all this shit. This is pretty funny. We believe that on some occasions they were the first to show up on crime scenes, Genesee County Prosecutor David Layton said. On some occasions, the real police would ask them to perform tasks on scene, not realizing they were imposters. The Vigilante Patrol called themselves the Genesee... Here, listen to this name. The Genesee County Fire and EMS Media Genesee County Task Force Blight Agency. What? Is Plenty of Fish a Christian dating site? No. But I did meet my boyfriend on ChristianMingle.com. All right, let's do this name again. Genesee County Fire and EMS Media Genesee County Task Force Blight Agency. Mill Team 6 here. They were actually arresting people for like 3 years. They responded as police at places such as county parks, house fires, vehicle crashes, and other crime scenes. Layton said that the police impersonators were found wearing uniforms, badges, and utility belts, and had even created an incident logbook with details on the dates, times, and addresses of emergencies they had responded to. Chief Shanlian began investigating after he received a complaint about rude rangers at a park in Genesee in September of 2017. The people who filed the complaint had believed they were dealing with real police officers. He discovered that 3 people who were dressed like police officers approached 2 people at a park and accused them of trespassing. The fake officers told the people that the park was closed and they were under arrest, even though the park was open at the time and they had zero authority. So they're going around an open park dressed as police officers, telling people that they're trespassing because the park is closed and arresting them. The police impersonators handcuffed 2 victims and demanded their driver's licenses. The victims told police the imposters put their information into a laptop inside their vehicle, which had a police light bar on top. They're just a bunch of gear queers, it sounds like. The fact that they got away with it for the longest time is absolutely insane. The fake officers then told the victims that they were being placed on a criminal watch list database, and then their handcuffs were removed and their licenses were returned to them. We believe they've done this to other people. We're asking people to come forward if in fact they believe they've been victimized by people they don't believe are real police officers. I believe there are probably hundreds of victims who were actually detained and didn't have good experience with these folks. I bet they're sovereign citizens. They think they can start their own private police force and it'd be legit. In one instance, the imposters tried to get into the scene of a fire but were prevented by a real police officer. I'm not 100% sure what their motivation was. I know they were getting together in the beginning as a community watch group, but that obviously got out of hand. 3 of them are going to be charged with 3 counts of unlawful imprisonment and 1 count of impersonating a peace officer. What other news we got going on today? I didn't plan this out whatsoever. I just wanted to jump on here and talk about those idiots, and it looks like we're finding more and more stories. Do you guys see this? It's pretty fucking shitty what happened to this female officer. A neighborhood started a water fight. It was an event set up. It was a huge water fight they were having. They received 58 calls. The Lubbock Police Department, is it Lubbock Police Department? Yeah, received 58 calls for service that same day because callers were reporting that participants were in the water fight were blocking the roadway, while others complained that they had unwillingly been hit by water balloons and super soaker type water guns. Specifically, we received at least 1 report of a windshield cracked and several people being unwittingly drenched as they drove or walked down the street. They let it go on for as long as they could. You know, they didn't want to be dicks about a giant water fight, so the police finally come out, and there's a female officer, I think, on scene at first, and she's telling them, hey, I want you guys to have fun, but get out of the road. People v. squirt guns right here. This is Popo v.
Can y'all do me a favor?
Squirt gun.
Stay out of the street, okay? I don't care that y'all are doing what y'all are doing, all right? Just let traffic go by, okay? This is like the 10th time we've been out here today.
Oh, so she's been out there 10 times. Okay. She's being nice. She's being very respectful. She's saying stay out of the street.
Y'all got to clear out of the street, okay? I don't care that y'all are having fun, all right? You just got to clear out of the street. Yes, I don't care that y'all are having fun, all right? But this is the 10th time. This is the 10th time that we've been out here today, okay? I can't keep coming out here. I know it's fun, okay? Y'all are having.
All right.
Yeah.
So she's being really sweet. She's being very respectful. It goes on for about 10 minutes, and that's when this happens. She starts getting shot with water guns, and she doesn't want to get shot with water guns because she's going to have a soggy uniform the rest of the shift. A 12-hour shift, probably more because of this, with a soaked uniform, and it's getting on all her equipment too, you know. So she goes after one of them, and she falls. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. Fire department needs to roll up and just start fucking blasting people. Call the fire department, boys. We gonna win. Woman arrested for public intoxication after falling asleep on a roadway. Oh my God, her head's in the road too. She's super lucky a car didn't come by and just go right over her neck. Oh, that car about got her too. Look at that. He was like 2 inches from her head. Guys, if you get shitty drunk, make sure you pass out in the ditch, not in the middle of the road. Look, he has to swerve out of the way to avoid running her face over. Boop. Jesus, what a great place to lay down and take a nap. Okay, cool. The baby was found. This dude kidnapped the baby at knife point. That kid looks like a Cabbage Patch doll. No, I'm not Creator. Creator's got the same mustache. You guys ever seen Creator? He's a really cool guy.
And I guess I am the Bill Gates.
That's exactly how the pastor wrote it on Facebook, though. I need to get Swagger in on more videos. His voice is just too good. If you guys don't follow Swagger Souls, you need to follow him on YouTube. He is one of the fucking coolest YouTubers there is. You guys see Bunty and Ricky Berwick's video inside the Walmart? That's just funny as fuck. Bunty's like, we're gonna go get you some good food, none of this garbage, so maybe your legs will grow back.
I'm gonna grow a mustache when I get a mustache.